obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Hazel Edmondson, age 85, formerly of Crane Hill, are incomplete and will be announced later by Moss Service. Ms. Edmondson passed away Saturday at Huntsville Hospital. Funeral services for Mr. Vernon Ray Overturf, age 66 of Coleman, will be today at 11 a.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Interment will follow at Shed Cemetery. Moss Service, of course, directing. Mr. Overturf passed away on Friday at his residence. A private service is planned for Wayne Wesley Floyd, age 74 of Coleman. Coleman Heritage Funeral Home is handling arrangements. Mr. Floyd passed away on Friday. Those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Welcome to Today on 2. It is Monday, the 29th day of April, almost the end of April.
That's right, and it's still cool outside, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Well, let's see what the weather has in store for this week. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. The weather almanac for the 29th, well, we don't have an almanac. Here's the satellite picture, and lots of rain. Storm activity. You can see the rain that went through Alabama yesterday, now headed through Georgia. Here's our forecast for today. It will be sunny today. A high near 76 as we're close to normal for a high temperature. Tonight, clear, low around 56. Sunny tomorrow. Maybe a bit of fog in the morning. A high of 82 tomorrow. Wednesday, 81 degrees. Thursday, 73, Friday, 70s, we're trending the wrong way here. Saturday, 65. Well, anyway, enjoy today and tomorrow, and hopefully when we have a little bit of rain, it won't last very long.
Like yesterday.
Like yesterday, all day long.
During the tour of homes.
That's right.
But I went prepared. I had a raincoat, tennis shoes, and a baseball cap.
Okay.
I did.
Did you get to all, 8 homes?
6.
6 homes.
6 homes.
Still,
yes.
That's a lot to do.
That is, but you know what? It was amazing. We did get through it. Yeah.
Well, they were all reasonably close together, weren't they?
Right. There were 2 kind of in town, and then the rest were kind of out in our neck of the woods, kind of in the off of 157 over in
the Bash Road area.
Yes, yes, and then one off of. You have to pass one. You're on 157. You pass I-65, and it's the road that goes right next to the Exxon station. You might not even pay attention that there is a road right there, but there's a road that leads back there, and. Just some really unique homes, just everything from really big houses to small little, they called it a duplex. I don't know where the other part was. It was in the back somehow. But anyway, for people downsizing, you know. But really, really enjoyed it. But it was really amazing because several of the homes had this sort of a light blue on the walls, painted walls, and it's just amazing how trends start, you know. But I really enjoyed it. It's always fun to go and look at other people's homes and get ideas and see how they do it. One home really featured chalk paint That's the latest craze.
Chalk paint.
It's called chalk paint. I'll give a little plug out there. You can get it.
Is this the kind of thing that your grandchildren do at about age 2?
Well, I mean, you actually can paint the walls, and then the kids can use chalk
Really?
and paint. But it's also, they've painted cabinet doors in their kitchen. You could paint furniture with it. And I think the deal is that you could paint any surface. You just rub it down with alcohol to make sure there isn't any grease or, fingerprint, and then you just paint it. So there was stained doors that were just painted. You didn't have to sand. You didn't have to do all this other kind of stuff, which was really unique. And you could get it at Vintage West, which is a little neat store in the warehouse district. But anyway, their whole house was like that. There were walls that were just painted so they could, use chalk on it. But there was furniture, like I said. It was just it was different.
Wow.
Yeah, really different. So I enjoyed it as always. And then I went to the fashion show on Wednesday for the administrative day, National Administrative, and that was very good. A lot of course, it's always well attended.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great fundraiser for Pilot Lighthouse, or Pilot Club, I guess. And anyway, it was good. I enjoyed that too, and we're getting more and more clothing stores, and some stores that you don't always realize have clothing, like Werner's and some different places like that. And I'll tell you what, Better Than Before has got some really cute stuff. And I have heard a lot of people talk recently about going there to shop. So anyway, it's just, we've got some really cute stores in town.
Yeah,
a lot of vendors that came, and you could buy stuff. So it's good, and good food.
All right.
We enjoyed it.
Let's check our Facebook friend for today. Who's our friend today?
Well, let's take a look at that. I think it is Taylor Rogers, and Miss Rogers likes Fox 6 News.
Hodges, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hodges. I wasn't paying attention. Hodges, that is an H up there. And also she likes Fox 6 News and Joel Osteen Ministries. So, very good. We're glad she's our friend. And if you want to be a friend, just like us on Facebook. We'll put your picture up there.
Okay. Who's our guest today?
Well, Miss Ann Mullins is here today to talk to us about everything that's going on in the Better Business Bureau.
That's what we have lined up for today. George is here with news and commentary coming up next.
With our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Monday morning, April 29th. And speaking of April 29th, 100 years ago, and make that 150 years ago, if you lived what was in Winston County then, but now it's Coleman, you had quite a commotion you heard about. Quite a commotion, because it seemed like about 500 men were chasing 1,000 men. The blue versus the gray. the Blue intend on trying to destroy a railroad in Rome, Georgia. They were trying to sneak across northern Coleman County to do so. One of the people on their tail was Nathan Bedford Forrest, a controversial figure. There were dozens dead or dying. They'd lay out in the sun those who lived. As many as 8 days. As many as 8 days before some of them passed away. A lot of strong feelings back then, but you also had a lot of Northern sympathizers, people who believed in the Unions to stay intact, and they would take in these families and all. This weekend, something happened near West Point. That's the first time I've seen this happen in a long time. People actually acknowledged that the Civil War was in Alabama. You know, we're the only state in the Southeast that does not have a national park dedicated to these things, the Civil War and the people who died there. We're the only state that doesn't have that. And you look at the history of the state, you know, it's quite rich with Civil War history near Mobile, but we are one of the few places that had a big event as this was, where you had hundreds of people killed. A lot of blood out there that's since dried up. But that happened this weekend whenever the Civil War Trust Foundation came to Coleman County to help one man who worked mostly by himself to make this happen. And it's Dan Fullenwider. Dan Fullenwider. We had at least one county commissioner who had enough class to show up at this dedication. At the dedication was the Civil War Trust Foundation head, Mr. Simmons. You had Paul Bear Bryant Jr. here. You had all kinds of folks coming in concerned about history, something we don't seem to be too concerned about in Coleman County, because they gave no help to these people by making sure this dedication took place. It'll be a tourist stop. It isn't one now. Got markers up and everything. And it wasn't because of local government involved. It's because Dan Fullenwider took the time to do it. Thank you, Dan. During its last meeting, the Coleman County Coleman County Community Development Commission awarded Fairview High School a $15,000 grant to help pay for a new security system. That's the buzzword now. Has to be, because we have people being killed, right? And students especially. West Point Elementary School given $2,000 for the purchase of an iPad for a special needs student. Seems like a lot of money, $2,000 for an iPad, but there must be more to that story than what is showing here. West Point Fire Department received about $10,000 in grant money. They've got to move. And why is that? Because their place, their location is right there on the mains drag in West Point, where every morning there's a line of traffic. And if something should happen, heaven forbid, and they have to get out of their facility, they can't because there are too many cars backed up. So they're going to have to move. Wayne Wesley Floyd, a 17-year-old Coleman man, died Friday, as we had his obituary earlier. He was a businessman. He apparently had Alzheimer's, wandered onto railroad tracks above 157 going toward Morgan County, and apparently the engineer thought he might be trying to get off the tracks. But you know, when you're confused with dementia and such as that, you don't always make the right choices, and unfortunately this one was fatal for him. Alabama's going to offer veterans driver's licenses. Say what? To people who take their DD-214, that's a form showing you served in the military. You can get a special plate, special license, I should say, that would allow you to obtain benefits, rebates, and accommodation. Again, I don't know exactly what those accommodations are, but it's something that's going to be made available. And let's see, President Barack Obama joking Saturday at the White House Correspondents Association dinner, attended by politicians, medias, even I think Bill O'Reilly even went, which really disappoints me. But at any rate, now check this out. Isn't this ridiculous? Barack Obama says, and he was joking, of course, he says, "I'm not the strapping young Muslim socialist that I used to be." Well, for once I agree with him. Oh well. Americans are now more fearful their government's going to abuse constitutional liberties and fail to keep its citizens safe. According to a poll, people are worried about government getting closer and closer into their bedrooms, into their workplace, into their lives, and it sure would make you think so. Let's go back to the days of Benjamin Franklin. Franklin said, they who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." Ben Franklin said that. Now look for clues here, right? One would be paying attention to our Constitution. Well, gentlemen, guess what? Your day's here. An Australian firm has begun making women's lingerie that'll fit men. The Australian firm said their undergarments include comfortable men's panties that really do fit, bra straps that don't fall off the shoulder, teddies that don't ride up halfway through the night, and quality soft fabrics that feel great for all-day wear. They go on to say, we're not concerned if you're gay, straight, vegetarian, Republican, Anglican, Martian, or other persuasion. They're concerned if we're Republican. They're not really concerned. Are the Democrats already got a head start on that? Oh, no. Stay tuned. More today on 2 after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Before we show you our merchant ads, we want to congratulate a good friend of ours, Pastor Bob Kurtz, who was inducted in the Coleman County Sports Hall of Fame over the weekend.
Very good.
And also some friends of his, Baker Productions, McGriff Tire, Village Furniture, AK Reynolds, Hendricks Construction, Shirley Quattlebaum, State Farm Insurance, Bill Smith Auto Dealership, and O.F. Richter and Sons also like to congratulate Pastor Bob, a well-deserved honor. It's not too often someone's inducted in a Sports Hall of Fame whose notoriety takes place when they're about 70 years old.
That's true.
Right.
He didn't play football here, he didn't play baseball here, or basketball, but golfing was his thing, and he has been noted in the
Guinness World Records for several categories over the last few years.
Yeah.
So anyway, congratulations, Pastor Bob. Now let's see what our prizes are for today. We have the Bowberry Biscuit from Bojangles. And we have the Day Pass to Hurricane Creek Park. Those are the prizes for today. Let's look at some of our ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of them. Starting with Dairy Queen. Pick any 4 items, pay just $5.55 at Dairy Queen.
And Night Free Insurance, providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations now. One of the top 10 growth agencies in the state of Alabama for auto owners. And remember, you have to have automobile insurance.
And Medical Arts Apothecary has something new, a $1 wall. All items on the wall are $1. Everything from personal care items to household items.
Well, I like that wall. And Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center has those day passes available, but why not sign up for the whole bang shebang? Because look at all that you get. You can get such a great exercise opportunity there.
Baldwin Counseling Center, have problems, need to talk, want privacy? Call Dr. Howard Rogers. Make an appointment today. Help is just a phone call away.
And Autotech Foreign and Domestic Repair and Service available in their new location right there in the Vinemont area beside Ridgemont Community Church. That's Autotech.
Mullins Body Shop, 50 years, over 50 years really. They've been doing auto body repair and towing. You can count on them each and every day. Mullins Body Shop.
And Renard's Gallery and Gifts, where they have a great assortment of some jewelry and prints and little gift ideas and some clothing, and they do a great job of framing at Renard's Gallery and Gifts.
Those are some of the merchant ads. Question for today is about Tires for Less. Their slogan is Tires for Less is more than just what?
Ta-da!
They are more than just what? At Tires for Less. 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. First person with the correct answer receives the Bowberry Biscuit from Bojangles and the day pass to Hurricane Creek Park. And boy, the weather being what it is, going picnicking at the park
Wouldn't
or
that be great
rappelling, rock
opportunity?
climbing,
Yeah.
that's a great park. This is something that is very unique in Alabama that's right here in Coleman County.
Right.
Not too many places have a park like Hurricane Creek Park.
Real easy access, just right north on Highway 31, and you could spend the day with the kids. You could do some biking. You can do camping there. You could just go and just spend a few hours if that's all you want. But it's a great opportunity.
Get yourself a bunch of Bowberry biscuits and go to the park.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we have a caller today?
Well, it sounds like we could get
256-734-7399. The phone's ringing, but they say we don't have a call.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at that ad and the rest of our merchant ads. Mr. Hicks Menswear now offering suits and sport coats made to your measurements. Custom-made suits and sport coats available at Mr. Hicks Menswear.
And dear Mom, I got you a special gift at Yates Chance Christian Bookstore. Thanks for forever caring. Cherished gifts for Mom at Yates Chance Christian Bookstore are available. Don't forget your mom. This is a great place to go get her a present. And that's at Yates Chance Christian Bookstore.
People's Tires Brake and Alignment Center, Monday flat tire repair at half price and passenger and light truck tires. People's Tires located on Catherine Street.
And spring blooms with colors of Sorelli. Our new arrivals now arriving at Doug Doggett Jewelers. He's located in the Compass Way, Southwest Coleman. And of course, Sorelli is just one of the many items that he has for sale.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore just down the road. Browsers welcome, gift certificates available. Books are always at a discount at Deb's Bookstore.
There's Tires for Less. It's more than just tires, of course. They do feature Bridgestone and Firestone tires, but you can have oil changes done there, minor engine repair, shocks and brakes checked.
And Borden Family Pharmacy says the difference is not when you open our bottle, it's when you open our door. Borden Family Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy on Highway 157.
And introducing Smart Stretch, and that's the new breathable, comfortable, and durable fabric now available in uniforms at the Uniform Place. Landau Made Better is like the featured brand there, but they've got all kinds of other brands as well.
And there's the crew at Earl's Body Shop. They remind you, move over for emergency vehicles. They do towing, large and small. That's Earl's Body Shop on Highway 31 North. And those are the merchant ads we have for today. Let's see who celebrates a birthday on the 29th of April.
Well, it looks like Mr. Tim Quattlebaum is going to have a birthday along with Vera Hill, and their name will be put into the drawing on Friday, where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Yay!
Coming up next, Ann Mullins brings us up to date with the Better Business Bureau.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Ed White Jewelers, it's a family-owned business, and we can service all your jewelry needs. We have a knowledgeable and friendly staff, and if there's something that you need that we do not carry the line of, we have a close networking with other jewelry stores also, and if they carry a line that we do not carry, rest assured we'll be able to get that piece for you. So when you think of Ed White Jewelers, that's really all you need to think about. Shop Ed White Jewelers for the good stuff.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Coleman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
with charities?
We are, and yes, there are plenty of them out there.
And it seems like whenever there is a large disaster, charities come out of the woodwork.
They do, and especially the scams come out of the, woodwork immediately. And we've already heard some after the Boston tragedy, and I'm sure after the Texas one we're going to hear about that too. So they will, start, a lot of it's online. They'll start sending emails and stuff, or they'll, just call you up and tell you they're raising money for this, that, or the other. And because everybody it's such a heartfelt emotion, you would want to do something to help right then, that they don't think about it and just give, and then the money, those people never see the money. It never goes to help who you're wanting to help. So the Better Business Bureau actually has a BBB Wise Giving, and it's a council out of Washington, D.C. that's over all of our bureaus that puts together information on charities. And so we have guidelines that they have to meet before that, we will tell you they've only met 6 out of the 13 or 2 out of the 13, or they wouldn't send the paperwork back to us, which is a pretty big red flag to me. And a lot of it is the criteria of where does the money go that they've collected, how do they do their fundraising, do they have a board, does the board oversee the president, or just all kinds of pertinent information that lets you know it's really a very well-ran organization and the money really is going where you want it to go, and that it's not all going just to people that work for the organization. So today I have 10 tips that just kind of will help you when you're trying to decide if you want to give to a charity. And of course, the first one is called thoughtful giving. You want to be a giver, but you want to be a thoughtful giver because you want to know it's going where you want it to go. So call us and check it out first and get some information on them. You want to help spread the wise giving word by telling your friends the same thing so that they won't fall prey to all of these scams that are out there. There's some 40 out of 50 states require a charity to be registered with a government agency. Yes, Alabama does. I knew that was a question was going to be asked. So last night when I was looking, I thought I better look that up. So we are one of them that do. But
all charities have to register with some agency in Alabama.
They do. And so if you get a name, and so you want to check that out, then you can look and see, and if it's not, that's a big red flag too, because then that means it gets law of what they're doing. So, and if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as registering, I doubt the money's going where they're telling you it's going. Respecting victims and their families. So a lot of these organizations, maybe churches, whatever, that just want to get up money to help certain families, and they need to get the okay from the families and how they want it done, and before they do that. So just kind of just know that. How will donations be used? You need to, again, find out where the funds are going to be used and how long it's going to be before they get that to them. If there's some way they can give you a time frame, especially when it's a disaster that they need it, right then. What if a family sets up its own assistance funds? That's fine, but you need to be aware that this may not be a charitable, that you can't count it off on your taxes because it's not going to be a charitable organization. And that's fine to do that, but you just need to know that up front so that at the end of the year you don't try to count it and then get in trouble for doing so. Online cautions. Don't click on any links that you are getting an email or something that's asking for it, because they use this to steal your identity. Saying that it's going to this charity, but really all they're wanting is your personal information, your credit card, your name, your address, that sort of thing. So just like I've told you on any of the phishing scams, even on the charities, don't click on these links. If you want to give to that charity that you think it is, check it out first, then you type in their website and know that you're at the exact charity that you're wanting to donate to. And don't let things like on Facebook or social media make you think that it's a legitimate charity. Just because it pops up there doesn't mean it's legitimate either. So you need to always check them out. Financial transparency. Again, you want them to show you where the money's going. They should have their statements available to you anytime you want to see it, and when it's going to be going to them. They should be able to see the time frame that they do with it. Newly created or established organizations, those are harder to check out. Doesn't mean they're bad if they're new, but they're just harder to check out. So just be aware of that and see if there's some ways that you can find something out about them. And then again, the tax deductibility, just make sure it has to be the 501c before you can actually count it off on your taxes as a charitable contribution. And I'm sure your accountant will let you know that. So.
And then also, the major charities that help out of the disasters, I'm thinking like the Red Cross, Salvation Army, we're not talking about groups like that because they're very transparent in what they do. Agencies that are under United Way.
Right.
Have already been checked out by other people.
But there are a lot of them that'll use part of that name. They'll play on that name to make you think that's who it is that you're donating to. And it's not. You know, it's basically like the American Heart Association. They'll use Heart Association somewhere in there, but it's not the American Heart Association. And you don't, at first glance, you just think, yeah, that's it, and you donate, and then your money's gone somewhere where it's not helping anybody's heart. So, it's just be wise.
Okay. Good information. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after this.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fit.
That's why I shop at Doug Doggett Jewelry.
Putting on the Ritz.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
Community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Swamp John's fundraiser will be taking place on Saturday, May the 4th from 4 until 7 p.m. at the Center Hill Baptist Church. Cost is just $10 for to-go plates. Proceeds benefit the Youth Summer Conference. And the 4-H Archery Club hosts the second annual Pancake Breakfast Saturday, May the 4th from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the Hanceville Community Center. It is a $5 donation. Takeout plates are available. Proceeds go to the Coleman County 4-H Archery. And if you have a community billboard you want to send us, you can email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 256-734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2, and spell out the number 2 Coleman.
The weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. It should be a beautiful sunny day today with a high of 76. Clear tonight, maybe a little fog later on, a low of 56. Sunny tomorrow, maybe some fog in the morning, a high near 82.
All right.
We have an interesting program lined up for tomorrow. Who's coming to see us?
Dr. Jim Wright's going to be here talking to us about a community fiesta to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. So that's our program for today. Thank you for watching Today on 2.
I hope you have a great day.